In this exercise, we'll be modeling this little angular floor with rotated columns. It's not very difficult. In fact, it's quite easy. So the first thing we note is that the grid is 6 meters by 6 meters. And we've got a circle on the inner side and the circle on the outer side. And we've got columns over here, and then they're rotated at 22.5 degrees, then another 22.5 degrees. Then this one is different, it's 25 degrees, and then the last one is 20 degrees. So let's come to our model, and I'm going to just modify this grid to just make it a smaller grid of 6,000 by 6,000. Like that. And now if you remember, there was an inner circle and there was an outer circle. So I can put a column over here because the inner circle was at 3,000 and then the outer one was at 6,000. I'm going to put another column over there. Maybe this height is a bit too much. I'm going to, although it's not mentioned in the exercise, but what I can do is I can make them shorter. Maybe 3 meters is a better. Yeah. So now that I have my column, the innermost columns, I can just select those and I can say rotate. I can say copy, rotate, and then I can select the origin over here because they're going to be rotated around the origin. I can select this point, and then as the second point needs to be a vertical point, so I can actually go DZ 1000 as well. But if I just right click, that basically does the same thing as well. So it gives me a vertical line. And now that I have the columns, I can just enter this number 22.5 and say copy, and then another 22.5, and then if you remember, the third one was 25 degrees. Say run again. It keeps selecting the final, the ones that have been copied, so you can continue with your rotation. And the final one was 20 degrees. There you go. So we basically have our columns and they're rotated, as you can see. And now if we go back to the actual drawing, we can see that these beams over here between the columns are IPE 200s. And the ones which are going between the columns in the other direction are IPE 180 on the outside and 140 on the inside. So these are the 200 ones, 180 and 140. So what do? I can go to my beam command, go like that, go like that, like that, like that, and I just want to make sure that this one is IPE 200 as per requirement. Okay, sorry, I forgot to select. IPE 200, and then I can just select the rest. Even if I keep the original one selected as well, I can go match elements and match according to this one, and all of them become IPE 200 now. The other one, let's just remember, IPE 180 is on the outside, 140 is on the inside. Those will be 180s, and these will be 140s. We just go in and we say IPE 180. Say yes, and for these we press enter and we say IPE 140. So very quickly, the basic structure has been entered. Let's see what the size of the column is in the drawings. The columns are HEA 200, so we need to change those as well. So what we can do is you can just look at it from the side, go do a window selection, and call these all of these HEA 200s. And there we go. Let's go back to the drawing. In the drawing, we've entered the IPE 200s, the 180s, and then we have these ones going IPE 160s, which are at 1/3 of, so it's 1000, 1000, 1000. So at 1/3 the distances, we've got these IPE 160s going in. So what we can do for those is we can quickly, one way to do it would be to quickly create a dividing point. Click on this one, press the number 2 key down and click on this one. So you create 2 points in the middle. Do it again over here. Click this one, keep the number 2 key pressed. So you keep getting these 2 dividing points. And those will then allow us to enter the IPE 160 beams as shown over there. So we can quickly go back to my steel commands now, like that. And I just need to now select all of them, press enter, and make them IPE 160. There we go. Now let's see what the final step is. These little ones are IPE 120s and they're in the middle, so we'll probably already have the snap points available. So we can go like that. We can snap to the middle of that, to the middle of that, to the middle of, from there to there. And it's going to automatically snap basically. We don't need the points. Like that. And like that. And then we just select all of them. And I think they're IPE 120s. You can just press enter and say IPE 120 like that. And that really is basically all the elements which we wanted. Let's just check. So we've got the 22.5 degrees, 25, 20 that we did at the start. The column section is correct. The other profiles have been entered. So we have basically exactly what we wanted from this assignment. One little mistake though, if we zoom in, we see that the columns are oriented in this direction. This is the flanges are like this and they get rotated, but in our model, I can see that if I look at it from the plan view, you can see that the columns are rotated in the incorrect direction. So easy fix for that would be just select all these columns. The last one has because of the rotation command has automatically come to the, oh no, even that one needs to move. Yeah, so we select all of them and we just click on Control Q, and that's going to rotate all the columns by 90 degrees. And you see that they are now exactly the way they were oriented in the, let's look at it from the plan view. There you go. You can see they're properly oriented, facing in the right directions, just like they are on the drawings.